I believe in our mother's womb, right? So we all seen those pictures of the fetus that goes through stages of evolution of life on Earth, right? From a single-celled organism and then becoming through aquatic creature like a little dolphin and then a little pig and rat and going all the way to human being, which is a mirror of evolution of whole life on the planet. So again, it's the quantum reality where all evolution develops within 9 months. It's like but we're also connected to, I believe, our ancestral patterns in the mother's womb. Again, this being a quantum space where spirit meets matter, but it's still very, very fluid. So we do have a deeper connection and maybe even conversations with our lineages and with ancestors. And of course, this can be for the good in a wonderful and healed world. This would have been an amazing thing because we're already being woven and we're weaving ancestral wisdom. But in a broken and disconnected world, it's also a curse because we connect not just to, say, I don't know, mother being yelled at and we hear it in her womb, but we also connect to the wound of her mother's mother and etc. But in terms of womb healing, what I mostly work with is healing from sexual abuse and clearing the imprints of past partners, let's say, and because womb being a magical quantum space also carries imprints from every partner, but energetically, unfortunately, from my perspective, also even with the intention of committing sexual abuse, or maybe looking at, oh, let me have some of that, it's kind of looking as less than. Often even those get imprinted into the energetic structure of the womb. I want to also connect to the power of the womb, this power to birth force creation, to birth also ideas, also books can come through the womb, or inspiration, or even what blog post to write. There is a difference from asking the heart versus asking the womb. It can be a different frequency. Yes, they work in synchrony. Heart is kind of radiating, womb is pulling in. But there is a different frequency, and sometimes I want to speak from the womb, from that deep oracular embodied voice. When there is a block in terms of connecting to womb power, when there's been sexual abuse, when there's been trauma, right, when there is disconnect from the feminine self, or disconnect from the body, not wanting to be in the body, not wanting to be on earth, not wanting to be here, all up there, always the angels and books and theory. But then there are also problems with finances. Paradox, but it's the same realm. Like, what, I can't birth, right? I can't bring forth the power. To me, womb is intimately like, it's like womb and abundance are like the same thing. Of course, our ancestral traditions, they all had this womb kind of rebirth, or going back into the womb realms again, all those teepees and sweat lodges and caves and being in a confined space. It's almost like going back to that quantum reality where we are connected to everything. It's to remember the environment of the womb. But I was thinking also this vision of bank vault, which is also in a cave underneath underneath, right, was a lot of doors, was like labyrinthine passages to get into, hidden in the center of the house, like in old Iraqi houses. They had a storage room for dates, which was in the inner sanctum of the house, the holiest place where you'd store dates so they don't get too hot and that rain doesn't come in there. So it's like the womb of the house. And the bank has the womb, the vault where the treasures are stored. The treasures were always in the ground, in the womb realms, in the ancestral, in the root realm.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, okay, well, and guess what? Most of the client base I started off with, like when as an Akashic Records reader 10 years ago, even more than 10 years ago, they all had problems with money. No one had,
Mm-hmm.
but but there was this extreme spiritual, so much energy up here all around the head and the heart, and it's like being a pear, right? Even like a
Mm-hmm.
light bulb, so everything is here.
Okay.
And as soon as we get to the navel, and then everything below the navel is like
Mm-hmm.
tiny little, nothing there, because all of the power is up here. But the problem is, like, nothing can be born. Like, you can, think yourself rich. There was a book, right? I mean, you can think yourself rich as much as you want, but if nothing trickles down into the feet, into the womb, and by the way, everyone has an energetic womb. Um, Even, whether they're male or female, the imprint exists for everyone.
Beautiful.
It's amazing. It's really amazing that, kind of this huge volume of energy in the upper chakras, and nothing there. And of course you'd ask, well, why I have no money. Well, this is why. We need to bring it down. We need to start working with the womb. And problem is, it's not a one, like, it's a restructuring. It's not a one off. It's a
Right. Right.
restructuring of the way we think, we act, we work. It starts, or very often it starts with working with the trees.
Mm-hmm.
And but connecting to the womb. And for women, it often starts with healing from sexual abuse and sexual trauma, because that's the first kind of, the first gateway that blocks those gates of abundance, right? It's like, I cannot allow anything to enter my womb that would make it blossom. So there is a like a lock or a veil that holds this abundance flow.